Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic novels in American literature, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Published in 1925, this book captures the glittering highs and the devastating lows of the Roaring Twenties. In this video, we'll take you through the plot, characters, symbolism, and hidden meanings behind the story. By the end, you'll understand why The Great Gatsby isn't just a story about wealth and parties. It's a timeless exploration of love, obsession, and the American dream. So, let's get started. Part 1. Setting the Scene: The Jazz Age. The story is set in the 1920s, an era known as the Jazz Age, marked by wealth, extravagance, and social change. Fitzgerald contrasts the flashy, materialistic lifestyle of the wealthy with the emptiness behind it. The novel takes place primarily in Long Island, New York, split between two fictional areas. West Egg, home to the newly rich, including J. Gatsby, who made his fortune mysteriously. East Egg, home to old money families like Tom and Daisy Buchanan, who are wealthy by inheritance and embody traditional social prestige. The narrator of the story is Nick Carraway, a young man from the Midwest who moves to New York to learn the bond business. Nick rents a modest house in West Egg and becomes Gatsby's neighbor, giving him a front-row seat to the dazzling and tragic events that unfold. Part 2. Meet the characters. Let's meet the main characters who drive the story. J. Gatsby, a mysterious millionaire known for throwing lavish parties every weekend. Behind his charm and wealth is a man obsessed with reuniting with his lost love, Daisy Buchanan. Daisy Buchanan, Gatsby's former lover, married to Tom, embodying beauty, privilege, and the shallow side of wealth. Tom Buchanan, Daisy's husband, arrogant and entitled, representing the power and brutality of old money. Nick Carraway, our narrator, morally conscious and Gatsby's neighbor, who observes the story with both fascination and judgment. Jordan Baker, Daisy's friend and Nick's romantic interest, a professional golfer who also embodies the carelessness and moral ambiguity of the era. These characters aren't just people, they're symbols. Gatsby represents dreams and idealism, while Daisy represents the allure and danger of wealth and desire. Tom embodies the corrupting power of privilege, and Nick is our moral anchor, guiding us through the chaos. Part 3. The plot: Gatsby's obsession. The core of The Great Gatsby is Gatsby's obsession with the past. Years ago, he and Daisy were in love, but she married Tom while Gatsby was fighting in World War I. Determined to win her back, Gatsby reinvents himself from a poor Midwestern boy into a wealthy, enigmatic man, buying a mansion and throwing extravagant parties, all to attract Daisy's attention. Nick befriends Gatsby and slowly learns about his past, including his humble beginnings and his unwavering devotion to Daisy. Gatsby's parties are full of strangers, music, and champagne, but they're not really about fun. They're a means to an end: Daisy. Eventually, Nick arranges a meeting between Gatsby and Daisy, rekindling their old romance. For a moment, Gatsby believes he can erase time and recreate the past, but the reality is more complicated than Gatsby imagined. Part 4. The conflict: love, lies, and betrayal. As Gatsby and Daisy grow closer, tensions rise. Daisy struggles with guilt and her loyalty to Tom, while Tom senses Gatsby's obsession and begins to expose Gatsby's criminal connections. Gatsby's fortune isn't inherited, it's made through bootlegging and shady business dealings, reflecting the moral ambiguity of his pursuit of the American dream. The climax occurs in a heated confrontation in a New York hotel, where truths come out. Gatsby's devotion to Daisy, Daisy's conflicted feelings, Tom's disdain for Gatsby's new money and criminal methods. Daisy ultimately chooses the security of her life with Tom, leaving Gatsby crushed and unable to achieve his dream. Part 5. Tragedy Strikes. The story takes a tragic turn when Myrtle Wilson, Tom's mistress, is killed in a hit-and-run accident. Daisy is actually driving Gatsby's car, but Gatsby takes the blame to protect her. This act of loyalty and love demonstrates Gatsby's idealism and devotion. Myrtle's husband, George Wilson, misled by Tom, believes Gatsby is responsible and kills him before taking his own life. Gatsby dies alone in his pool, still dreaming of a future with Daisy that will never come. Nick, disillusioned by the corruption, greed, and moral decay around him, realizes the emptiness behind the glittering facade of wealth and returns to the Midwest, reflecting on the consequences of chasing illusions and the failure of the American dream. Part 6. Themes and Messages. Fitzgerald's novel isn't just a love story or a tale of the Jazz Age, it's a profound commentary on American society. Let's break down the major themes. The American dream. Gatsby's rise from poverty to wealth shows the possibility of reinvention, but his dream is ultimately unattainable, revealing the illusion and corruption behind the idea of success. Love and obsession. Gatsby's idealized love of Daisy blinds him to reality, showing the danger of clinging to illusions. Class and social status. The tension between old money in East Egg and new money in West Egg highlights social barriers that wealth alone cannot overcome. Moral decay. Beneath the glittering parties and luxury lies selfishness, carelessness, and moral corruption, symbolized by characters like Tom and Daisy. Hope and disillusionment. The green light at the end of Daisy's dock represents Gatsby's hopes and dreams, but it's forever out of reach, symbolizing the unattainable nature of idealized goals. Part 7. Symbolism. Fitzgerald's use of symbolism is central to the novel. The green light represents Gatsby's dreams, hope, and desire for the unattainable. The eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg, overlooking the Valley of Ashes, symbolize moral decay and the absence of divine oversight. The Valley of Ashes, a wasteland between West Egg and New York City, representing social inequality and the moral consequences of greed. Gatsby's mansion symbolizes both his wealth and the emptiness behind it, showing that luxury cannot buy love. Part 8. The Conclusion, the Legacy of Gatsby. The Great Gatsby ends on a note of reflection and melancholy. Nick reflects on Gatsby's unwavering hope and tragic demise. Gatsby believed in the green light, the orgastic future that year by year recedes before us. This line captures the essence of the novel, the tension between dreams and reality, hope and disillusionment. Fitzgerald shows us that while ambition and desire drive human action, the world often resists idealism. Gatsby's story is timeless because it reflects our own struggles with love, ambition, and the pursuit of happiness, and it continues to resonate nearly a century after it was written. Part 9. Why you should read it. This novel isn't just about glitz, glamour, or tragic romance. It's a window into the human heart, society, and the eternal pursuit of dreams. Whether you're a student, a literature lover, or someone fascinated by history, The Great Gatsby offers insights into love, ambition, morality, and the American dream that remain relevant today. If you've enjoyed this summary, make sure to like,
comment, and subscribe for more in-depth book breakdowns, story explanations, and literary insights. Remember, sometimes the most dazzling lights hide the darkest truths, and sometimes the greatest dreams come with the heaviest costs.